What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another Lost Glitches starter deck tutorial here on the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Defiant Mechinations deck. I'm going to walk you through all the cards in the deck, mulligan tips, which skills to utilize, and pitfalls to avoid. Then I'll take you through a live game and we will see how it plays. Let's go. So we did the big bad combo in that deck, which let's go take a peek at it, because I do think that it sets the stage nicely for what this deck is aiming to do. And again, starter decks aren't really built to be the end-all be-all, obviously. You get the deck, you should immediately make updates to it. The Gentle Giant's not really doing much, it's very, very passive. Propeller Pals, you also can't attack with. It is a good blocker though, it's a 2/4, it's got elusive so it can block things. Unpredictabot. When this is initialized, deal 2 damage to all their allies. This card is the one that really makes this deck and all the combos in it go off. Tankman, for each damage this receives, give it +1 power. Obviously, great combo with the Tankman. Sleeper Cell, we saw this equally get procced when the Unpredictabot went off. Turns this into a... I right-click? It's like... turns it into a 5/4 with Overflow. Not bad at all. That's a great card. In this deck, Firewall Tank... very expensive for what it is, but it has regen, so every single turn it re-heals itself, and then it grows if it took any damage. Overthrower, when this is witnessed 10 damage being dealt to allies in one turn. Collectively, it transforms into an enraged Overthrower. This is extremely difficult. Even the Unpredictabot does not proc this, because this has to be damage being dealt to allies, not to itself. The Skull Pilot does combo well with it, as it deals 5 to itself at the end of the turn. So if you can deal 6 with the Unpredictabot or something, and then deal 5 with the Skull Pilot, that counts. This will turn into a 12/12. Berserker Bot is just a big body with elusive and overkill. Good finisher, but it's also 8 mana, and you're running 3 copies is just not wise. This should be 2 copies max. Wind Down is a terrible card. It makes no sense in this deck. Cut both. Bumbling Boomerang, deal 2 to an ally and an enemy. This is a great card in a lot of decks. It's even better in this deck where a lot of your cards are procced when they take damage. This gives you the ability to deal damage to yourself, which you want, so you should be running 3 copies in this deck 100%. Judgment is an interesting card. They're running 3. I don't really think this card is good enough to warrant maybe even running what I would say at all in any normal deck. Most creatures don't have 1 health, and then also it deals damage to your own creatures. That being said, obviously in this deck, most of your creatures want to be dealt damage, so this is really here just to help your creatures. Energy Swap, deal 2 to an ally, then 3 to another glitch. This is again where you want to be at in this deck. It's just like the Bumbling Boomerang. In fact, it's way too similar to the Bumbling Boomerang for me to be happy that this exists. Like, you're running 2 copies of Energy Swap and only 2 copies of Bumbling Boomerang. Bumbling Boomerang is the exact same card, except it does 1 less damage. So what? It costs 2 less mana. You could play 3 Bumbling Boomerangs, deal 6 damage, or play 1 Energy Swap. And then here is where this deck gets nuts. If the Electromagnetic Molotov, this is like the only board wipe. Again, Judgment does 1, but it's just not enough to even consider it a board wipe. This is the only board wipe in the game. It does 3 damage to all glitches. You should be running Salute in this deck. Fully heal a glitch. This deck has some really big bodies. Great combo with the Skull Pilot. You play the Skull Pilot, it eats 5 damage at the end of turn. Now it's going to automatically die at the end of... like, if you play it on your turn and swing with it once, and then your opponent, they can just pass their turn, and then this just automatically dies. You play it on your opponent's turn, then you'll be able to swing with it once on your turn. Either way, you only get to swing with it 1 time. You run Salute, you get to swing with it twice. And then there's other things that would be happy about being healed. Firewall Tank wants to be healed, but it heals itself. But the 5/4 Overkill Sleeper, Awakened Sleeper Cell with Overkill would be nice to heal. The tank man especially would be really, really, really good to heal. Even Propeller Pals if you just need a early blocker. You can heal it. Cut the Gentle Giants. Run the Salutes. That's how we can make this deck better. Alright, we're never, ever, ever, ever keeping an 8-drop in our opening hand. Why it bums me out that there's 3 of them in this deck. Get rid of 1, you might still draw 2. 4 drops are tough too. 3 drops are tough. I mean, we just need something that we could do early. Yeah, this is my fear with this deck. A little too expensive. Alright, we draw the really, really bad drop. We'll go ahead and pass because we can play it on our opponent's turn. And we don't want to let him know that we're going to play it. It'd alter what he does. An information war. You don't give away information for free. Guy is still not playing any skills, which is obviously foolish.
Your spirit will always be with.
He can now swing, but we just get to bounce it, so it doesn't matter. Our thing has regen, so it heals all damage. Okay. And on turn 2, we can't swing with this, so again, we're just passing. Again, information war. There's no reason to play this yet. Play it on our opponent's turn, so he might run something out. What is this? Sadist, 1 energy, deal 2 damage to an ally, and give this +2 power until end. If that ally dies this way, the power increases. Yep. Wait, what? I don't understand that. Sleeper Cell with the Unpredictabot is looking good. We also have Judgment, deal 1. Not helpful. Okay. The Overthrower with the Unpredictabot and the Judgment is interesting. Radical. They 2-1 with Extraction. I'm gonna say we could Gut Punch it, but Hidden Blade is also nice, but yeah, Gut Punch is just always good. Gut Punch is definitely a skill that you could run in literally like any deck and always be happy about. It's great in aggressive decks. It's great in control decks. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play Sleeper Cell, and now next turn. We have the very real possibility of awakening our Sleeper Cell. Probably on a watch list now. That out loud. I would like to get the Overthrower out before doing 8 damage, because we're not going to have any way to deal tons of damage once we do this. And in fact, we're still not doing enough to awake this. And this is my qualm with the deck again. Sometimes it's just so passive you can't do anything. And if my opponent was playing an aggressive deck, we dead.
With every hatch, the Shroom Kingdom grows stronger.
Electromagnetic kills 2 of my own things, but it awakens my Sleeper Cell. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna give me an overkill attack next turn. He can only deal 1 damage to it. Does make it harder to awaken my Overthrower, but I think this card is just really hard to awaken no matter what. Without the electromagnetic. This makes no sense. Does make it impossible for me to run another electromagnetic, but There's a lot of cards with overkill in here. So if the bottom card of his deck cost is even, he gets to kill my 5/2. Be able to see the bottom card of his deck. Trust him. How do I know it's actually even? That's an interesting card and pretty annoying for me to see right here. Whenever it attacks, you get a free 1/1. I can't block. Well, I can actually. His thing has first strike, so normally it kills anything it swings into, but this has regen anyway, so. And lots of health, so it's just that is 3/1. Right. Yeah, again, we're just gonna be passive. Okay. So with 6 mana here, we can get Sleeper Cell and Gentle Giant. Deal 4 that this cares about. It's not enough. So we wait a turn and then we deal 4. Still just 4 that counts for this. 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, that would get me there. You can't do that, buddy. But now if I block it, that's 1 less damage that Judgment's going to do next turn. What are you doing? Don't do that. I don't want to kill your thing. I'm going to leave it alive. I'm going to block with you. For the memes. Oh, we top decked the Molotov. All right, so 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this transforms, wait, so this, oh, it's only to allies. This is going to deal 3. Oh, it's only 2 to an ally? Oh my god, it's so freaking hard to... I can deal 1 with Gut Punch. And then deal 2, 3. All right. Let's see it, baby. There she is, the 12-12 overkill. We have a 5-1 overkill and a 3-1 overkill. Let's go. Enraged Overthrower. Build something. The 3-1 instead of the 5-1. You didn't want to suffer any longer? You could have stopped lethal. Let's go. This deck is so close to actually being like really, really, really fun and good. Yeah, and there's just like those minor tweaks I talked about. You change this deck just a tiny bit. That can be really, really good.
Ready to begin your journey across the Deep Sky Network? Download the game on Steam or the Epic Store and join our Discord community where regular tournaments and various events await you. Links are in the description.